Hello, this is Mr. Kinyanola. I'm going to show you how to find the measure of one exterior angle in this regular polygon. Now, if you remember, regular means that all of these sides and all of these angles are congruent, and we're trying to find the measure of one exterior angle. Here, we can't really see any of the exterior angles, so let's draw them. Let me draw them for you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 12 exterior angles. There's 12 exterior angles. That means there's 12 interior angles, and there's 12 sides. So this is a dodecagon. So just to make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, and it says the measure of one of these. If we could get all one of them, then we know that all of these angles are all the same measurement. They're all congruent. And now, if you paid attention in the last episode, all that work gave us one formula, not even a formula. It's just one fact. That fact is no matter how many exterior angles there are, all of these exterior angles add up to 360. So the sum or the total of all these angles put together is 360 degrees. Now we just want to figure out what one of these angles are. So I'm going to divide this entire thing by the number of sides, the number of angles, number of exterior angles, which is 12. And that's our n. And so 360 divided by 12 is 30 degrees. And there is our final answer. So find the measurement of one exterior angle. Well, we know that all these exterior angles add up to 360. So we divide it by 12 because there are 12 congruent exterior angles. 30 degrees. Now, don't mix that up with n minus 2. So this is your exterior. One exterior angle. And one interior angle would be, if you remember, would be n minus 2 times 180 over n. And that only works for regular. These all work for regular. And for the one exterior angle, now put this in your notes, it would be 360 divided by n. So one exterior angle is that, and one interior angle, there's a review, would be this, if you remember from 2 episodes ago. So let's do another example. This time we don't have to draw all this because we can just count. Okay. All right. So find the measure of one exterior angle in this regular polygon. So let's just count how many sides there are. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7, there's 8, and there are 9 sides. If there are 9 sides, that means there are 9 interior angles, which also mean there are 9 exterior angles. So we'll just take 360 divided by n, which is the number of sides slash angles slash exterior angles or interior angles. 360 divided by 9. And let's take our calculator, and I think it is 40, and I know it's 40, so 40 degrees. So each of these exterior angles, each of them is 40 degrees, okay? All right, and you're like, okay, cool, I get it. But what if we went backwards? It says here, each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 72 degrees. What type of polygon is it? So, do you understand what the question is asking for? It's really asking for how many sides are there? If one of the exterior angles is 72 degrees, I don't know, but we do know that one of the exterior angles is 72 degrees. So if I drew, so let's just say this is part of our polygon. I don't know how many sides there are, but let's just not even draw the entire thing, but we know that one of the exterior angles is 72 degrees. Okay. We can still use this formula that we used earlier, 360 divided by n. to figure out how many sides there are. So let's say 360 divided by n. Remember, n is the number of sides slash interior angles slash exterior angles. They're all the same. And it represents all three of those. And we'll set that equal to 72. Okay. And we'll just put a 1 under there. And we'll do some cross multiplication. So 72n is equal to 360. We'll divide both sides by 72. Hopefully it is a whole number. If it's not a whole number, then there's something going on. But it's 5. Okay, so n is equal to 5. And that means what type of polygon is it? What is a 5-sided polygon? It is a pentagon. All right, so I said earlier, if hopefully it's a whole number. If it's not a whole number, then there's something going on. There's something that we didn't press in our calculators correctly or something, because we can't have 5.1 sides. We could only have a whole number amount of sides. So make sure whenever you set 360 divided by n is equal to a number, that you get a whole number. Sometimes you'll get an estimate of a decimal, so then that you might have to round, but for the most part, make sure you get a whole number. So pentagon. Boom. All right. Each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 45 degrees. So here, let's draw a piece of that polygon, and this exterior angle is 45 degrees. So we'll just set it equal 360 divided by n is equal to 45 degrees, because this is the formula for one exterior angle, and we have one exterior angle because it says here each exterior angle is 45 degrees, and we'll put a 1 under there and we'll cross multiply. So n times 45 is 45n. 360 times 1 is 360. Divide both sides by 45, and I'm guessing that's 8, or I'm knowing that's 8, and I know that it's 8. So n is equal to 8. Now think in your mind, what is an 8-sided polygon called? Octagon. There you go. Each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 45 degrees. So if all these are 45 degrees, how many sides does it have to have? 8. It's an octagon. So there's our formula of the day. Whew. All right. Now, each interior angle of an interior, look at that, it's in caps too, of a regular polygon is 144 degrees. What type of polygon is it? Now, we know how to do this. In the previous episode, I showed you a way to do this. And I told you in that previous episode, I'm going to show you a different way. But just to review, if we have each interior angle, your mind should say, okay, I'm going to use this formula, n minus 2 times 180 over n, because this is the formula for one interior angle of a regular polygon. And I'm going to set it equal to 144. And then you do some algebra. That might take a little while. Okay, or you might be used to it and you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. But let me show you a different way that might be a little easier. So if we did this, just to help you visualize, okay, I'm going to draw a piece of this polygon. I can't draw the whole thing because we don't know how many sides there are. And if we knew how many sides there are, this wouldn't even be a question. But, so let's figure this out. This time it's each interior. So I'm going to put 144 degrees here. Okay, now if this angle is 144 degrees and I drew this line out like this, right? Can we figure out this exterior angle? Yeah, we could figure that out because we know that these two angles are supplementary. And supplementary means they add up to 180. So 180 minus 144 is 36 degrees. Now that we have that exterior angle, now that we know each exterior angle is 36 degrees, we have a different way of getting n, or figuring out how many sides there are. Instead of using the interior angles formula, we can use the exterior angles formula. 360 over n is equal to, not 144, because that's for the interior, but 360 divided by n is equal to the exterior, the one exterior, which is 36. So look, we have two ways to set this up and get the same answer. Put a 1 under, 36 times n is equal to 360, and we don't even need a calculator. Divide both sides by 36. 36 goes into 36 once, 36 goes into 0 times, so our answer is n is equal to 10. 10 sides, that would be a decagon. Okay, so here's our different way, and it might actually be a faster way now that we can figure out, now that we know that interior and exterior angles are supplementary. We can use this formula, 360 divided by n, instead of n minus 2 times 180 over n. Okay? So, there's another option, and this option is actually faster. So, all right, each interior angle of a regular polygon is 108 degrees. Let me just draw that one piece of the polygon, which is 108 degrees. And just to help us visualize, here's that exterior. We want to figure that out. The exterior angle is 72 degrees. Did we do this problem? I think we did. Yes. Look at this. It's right here. But anyways, let's pretend we didn't do it already. So we'll just say 360 divided by n is equal to 72. And we got the 72 because we know the interior angle is 108 degrees. And so, sorry, I had a little sniffle there because I have spring allergies. All right, so n times 72 is 72n is equal to 360. Divide both sides by 72. And because we already did this problem. Look at that. Look at this. Exterior angle 72, interior angle 108. When the interior angle is 108, then the exterior angle is 72, n is equal to 5. So it is, as we already know, a pentagon. So there you go. So big thing from today, this movie, is that to find one exterior angle in a regular polygon, it's this formula, 360 divided by the number of sides, regular. Okay. And the second big thing, you want to find the amount of sides, and they give you the interior angle. So we know that they're supplementary, so subtract that interior angle from 180 degrees and just plug it into this formula. There we go. So that's how you use the one exterior angle in a regular polygon to do many things. Find the number of sides, find the measure of each exterior angle, and we can even find the measure of the interior angles and the number of sides. So anyways, there you go. Have a great day.